let's just say if this was the only signing day, we didn't have a single flip or decommitment from the guys that were committed. I don't think we've ever had that happen at Mississippi State where everyone that's committed at the time that they're committed signs. So these guys wanted to play for Joe Moorhead. But now they're going to get a chance to play for Mike Leach. Shoop, Coach Shoop, our defensive boss, has flown the coop to hardball land. He's going to be coaching defense at Michigan. I don't think he's going to be the defensive coordinator. His specialty is safeties, so he's probably going to be a safeties coach and just maybe, I don't think he's going to be an analyst. Shoop is too talented a defensive coordinator to just be an analyst right now. So I think he's going to coach safeties, maybe co-defensive coordinator, who knows. But I'm glad those guys have gotten new jobs. But let's talk about two guys who we want to stay at Mississippi State. These are two guys who are native Mississippians, two guys who we feel are crucial to continue to recruit Mississippi guys at such a high level. That is Terrell Buckley and Tony Hughes. What do you think the odds that we're able to keep both of those Mississippians home at Mississippi State, Stubbs?
Well, I know it's not official yet, but I'm pretty sure 90-some odd percent that Tony Hughes is staying on staff with us. That's a big thing. When we lost him a couple years ago, it hurt us a little bit recruiting wise, just with those Mississippi ties and that family oriented. So I love that he's coming on, and of course you got to stay on as the I won't say what you want to call it, the head coach for a little bit while we were searching. I want to see Buckley stay on. Definitely has those Mississippi ties, the recruiting. That is a huge thing, and that would be a real big boost to Mike Leach's recruiting because, like we've talked about on the show before, his numbers are like somewhere in the 30s and 40s because, no offense, but like Washington State is probably the worst Power 5 school in the country. It's a middle of nowhere, and the what they had to offer the players. I mean, you really wanted to go there just to go there. Either it was for Mike Leach or some other random reason because it just didn't work out. So it's great if we could keep both those guys with Buckley and Tony Hughes to be able to snatch up those Mississippi players because, as we know, there are definitely some talented players in Mississippi, and not only just here, but around the surrounding area. Like Mike Leach says, within 300 miles radius, that it's just a wealth of talent, whether we're going to Alabama to snatch people, whether we've got to go to Louisiana to snatch some people, or up to Tennessee. Like, you need to have people that are familiar with this area and they can go out and get people, not only just for recruiting, but can also coach too. So that's just my opinion on both of those guys.
Right. I hope we can retain both of them as well because T-Buck is a college football Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winning cornerback, pro experience, native Mississippian. I mean, you want to keep someone like that in your state because we know what T-Buck was doing when he was at Louisville. He was taking all the Mississippians that we wanted and get them to come play there. So, I would definitely love to keep T-Buck. I am glad Tony Hughes is back at Mississippi State. I do wish he would have had more success with his first opportunity as a head coach at Jackson State. I would like to see him get another opportunity before he retires to lead his own program because, as we see now, Tony Hughes wasn't the problem with Jackson State. They still aren't winning in football. So he laid a foundation for the next coach with those recruiting classes that he signed. He just didn't get a chance to continue building what I know he could have built as a head football coach at Jackson State University. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about action on the hardwood as our Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs have been in action lately and we're both happy about the result from last night. So we're going to talk about that game, and then the Lady Bulldogs are in action against the LSU Lady Tigers. We'll be right back to talk about those games in about 24 seconds. We'll be right back with more Maroon Maniacs.
Hey guys, let's talk about my first sponsor that's been with me since Jump, and that's Midtown Outfitters. If you're looking for the latest trendy Mississippi State gear, I highly suggest you go check out their store. If you can't make it into the Starkville area, check out their online store at midtownoutfitter.com. Tell them Jay Stubbs sent you.
All right, we're back with more Maroon Maniacs. And Stubbs, man, I didn't get a chance to watch the game last night. I was in attendance at the game where the Bulldogs played down here in Baton Rouge. With me being down here, I wanted to make sure I was at that game. We had that game won, Stubbs. Reggie Perry drives to the basket for the game-winning layup. And I'm like, I can put my camera down. But I said, nope, I'm going to record this last shot. That guy hit that game winner at the buzzer.
It's your fault we lost.
No, it's not my fault, man. I mean, it's not my fault. I'm like Sticker Shocker. No, that ain't my fault. I didn't do that. I wasn't on that basketball court playing defense. So that was not my fault. But it was a heartbreaker to lose that game like that. After working so hard to get back into the game, we had our best game in a losing effort. We shot like 96% from the free throw line. Everybody made their free throws except for Nick Weatherspoon. He missed 3 free throws. 2 crucial late in the game that would have iced it. They would have iced the game. But here's my one thing I want to say about this game. Abdul Ado, double-double. Kudos for the big man. But, bruh, when you go up for a rebound, you ain't got to bring it down. Tip it in, bruh. You're 7 foot tall with long arms. Tip it in. You don't got to get the rebound and come down. Tip it in. Ado, 12 points, 12 rebounds. I think that's one of his best games of the year. But let's talk about the game.
He's had a few good games in there, but a lot of times he's disappearing. I feel like he could do more. I feel like he hasn't progressed as much as we all want him to, but we'll see. I'll let you finish up this game before I jump on the Missouri game.
We can go ahead and talk about it. I'm done. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this Missouri game.
Yeah, so we rebound from the LSU game. I just want to let you know that I didn't watch ending, so it wasn't my fault. I sat there with my girl. I said, I refuse to watch it because every time I feel like I turn the TV on and start watching it, we lose. It happens all the time. It's like, nope, I'm not watching it. What happens? I do the game play-by-play, and then I see we lose. I was like, and then I saw you post a video. I said, that's Derek's fault. He takes some blame for this one. So.
No, I'm not taking the blame for that, bro. I refuse. I refuse. But
so anyways, MSU bounces back. They played Missouri the other night, and they literally blow them out of the water. 72-45. Reggie Perry was a monster. He had a double-double, 23 points, 10 rebounds in only 29 minutes. I mean, I think he led the team in the minutes played. Was the most we had was 29 minutes. So our players were refreshed. Tyson Carter came off the bench, which I feel like that is a very good role for him, as he did last year, I believe. He dropped in. I think
Nick Witherspoon's going to run the point.
He had 15 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. Shot 50% from the field. It's good to get that win. We had a couple of brutal games at first. And anytime you open up the season at Auburn, Alabama's always a hard place to play for some odd reason. I don't know why. We're scared of Alabama. Feel like we're playing them in football, but it's really basketball. And they have a down year, and they still blow the doors off us. We go to LSU. We lose by, a last-second shot. We start the SEC 0-3. So it's great to get this win under the belt, and hopefully we can build some momentum from this game. We take on Georgia this weekend, Saturday. That is at the Hump, and that will be on SEC Network. So you will get to see it on live TV. If I'm not watching it and we are down or we are up, I may not switch it on when I get back from soccer. So we will see what happens there. Your thoughts on the Missouri game?
Straight domination. Wait a minute. Spear fingers, bro. You ever seen Bring It On? Total
Yes.
domination. That's what this game was. I mean, Reggie Perry, 23 points, like you said, 10 rebounds. Just an all-around balanced game. I mean, Witherspoon had 11, Woodard had 9, 806. DJ Stewart didn't score any in his start. Tyson Carter, 15 points. Iverson Molinar, 4. Prince, 2. King Elias, 2. Everybody played, though. So it was good to get everybody some playing time. Hopefully we can continue playing like this. When we keep Reggie Perry in our offense, we're a better team. He's our best player. We should be feeding him the ball. The offense should run through him, not Tyson Carter, not even Nick Witherspoon. Feed Reggie Perry. He's our best player. If we make him our primary option, scoring-wise, I think we're going to be hard to stop, because when you make people have to stop our best player, that means you're going to get wide open looks for Nick Witherspoon, Robert Woodard, DJ Stewart when he's playing, and Tyson Carter, who can get hot when he wants to. He's a very streaky shooter. Shot 50% from the field, like you said, but he was 1 for 4 from three-point range. I can live with that, because that means he saw his 3.1 dropping. He started taking shots that was closer to the basket, higher percentage shots, and that's how he got his 15 points. He was also 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So again, a perfect game from the free throw line, 7 for 7. Not a lot of free throws in this game. I guess when you beat a team by almost 30 points, they ain't gonna have to foul you much. But I mean, it was good to get this win. I hope we can continue the win streak. I think if we continue feeding Reggie Perry, we'll be successful. Up next, we're gonna talk about my second favorite team in maroon and white, the Lady Bulldogs, who last week beat up on Missouri, and of course they beat up on Georgia. They take on the LSU Lady Tigers tonight, and while they were, I guess, filling each other out in the first quarter, the Lady Bulldogs started to pull away in the third quarter. It's 34-22 Mississippi State, and we have spread the ball around. Nobody in double figures. Promise Taylor 2 points, Espinoza 106, Jessica Carter 8, Danbury 5, Chloe 2, Matthew 6, Rakia 3, Amingo Young 2. The only person who has not scored or shot the ball is Wiggins. So I like this. I like it when everyone gets involved in the scoring. That makes you a better team. It makes you a well-rounded team. It makes you dangerous. So what do you think about the game so far with LSU down 34-22 to our Lady Bulldogs?
I'm really liking this. Like you said, they're spreading the ball around tonight. I've been watching the game the whole time while we've been recording, so I'm starting to get a crick in my neck because my TV is above my monitors, and so I've been sitting here just kind of mesmerized by how we've been pulling away the second half. LSU comes in they come in with a lot better team this year. We've won these last couple of years with Vic, but before he was here, LSU kind of owned us. I think like their record against us was something fierce, like 47-6